Key Biscayne Stories collects the history of our beautiful island. This is your host, Alejandro Cervali, and I am a certified Key Rat for many, many years and counting. With this podcast, we will share the stories of our residents and their love for this slice of paradise we call home. So stay tuned, relax, and enjoy these great Key Biscayne stories. Key Biscayneers, Key Rats, welcome to another episode of Key Biscayne Stories. Today's guest, we have a Key Biscayne power couple, Ana Somarriba and Daniel Gaviria. Together, they run Great Properties International Realty in the Key. Ana and Daniel met for the first time here in Key Biscayne, and now they have a family of 4. Ana and Daniel will share with us how they balance running a business and home life. We will get to know how they got here, how they met, and what they do to enjoy the Key. Join us for another Key Biscayne Stories. Remember to support the podcast by subscribing and signing up to our newsletter. Information in the show notes. Daniel, Anna, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us today on Key Biscayne Stories. How are you guys?
Fine,
Pretty good, thank you.
Awesome. So let's get to know you guys. Where are you guys from?
I'm from Nicaragua originally, and I moved to Miami, to Key Biscayne specifically, when I was young, very young, and have been here ever since.
I am from Cali, Colombia, and I arrived also around 1980, but I came to study at a boarding school, and then I ended up here at Miami, and I decided to stay here.
So you guys are married?
We've been married almost 22 years.
22. So how did you guys meet?
Working in real estate, actually.
Well, how did that story go?
Well, Danny had been working at Fortune for a few years, and I started there, and we met. We were friends. We started working together for a short while. Then we started dating, and a year and a half later, we got married in Key Biscayne.
San Agnes, and we stayed here.
Okay, great. And you have 2 kids, you said?
We have Nikki, who's 20. She's in UF studying. She's a sophomore. And then we have Natalie, who's 17, who's a junior in La Salle. And we're happy that they were able to grow up on the Key and enjoy this beautiful, amazing place.
So what brought you guys originally to the Key other than to Miami?
Well, I came in to study in 1980. My father had died when I was very young. So I came to New Jersey to a boarding school, and we had bought an apartment here in 1980, my mom. So this was the place for everybody to meet. And after high school and then college, I decided to come here, and I stayed here in Key Biscayne. And I came to University of Miami to do my undergraduate, and then I did my master's, and I ended up in Key Biscayne, and I never left Miami.
And what about you, Anna?
We moved here originally from Nicaragua because of the civil war there. And my parents had been to Key Biscayne on vacation, I think many years before. They had liked it. They really had no other options planned out. So they said, why not Key Biscayne? We left kind of in a hurry, so nothing was very planned. We thought we'd be here for a few months until things blew over. But 40 years later, we're still here. And my sisters and I grew up on the Key. And my mom lives in Nicaragua. She's there again. But we're all here in Miami. So luckily for us, it worked out, and we ended up in this place.
Do you have a lot of siblings?
2 sisters. One's in Brickell Key, and the other one, my other sister's in Key Biscayne.
I have one brother that lives in Coral Gables, but he's here also in Miami.
Okay. What is your favorite part of Key Biscayne?
Me, everything, the community, the golf course, which is 10 minutes away. And it's a beautiful, great golf course, the ocean, the beach, and the tranquility of the island, a friendship that you encounter here. It's a very peaceful and nice place to be.
I would say that I love the atmosphere. Is a lot of people don't understand why it's so expensive, and you get a small house or apartment for such a substantial price. But it's the intangibles that you don't really see. It's the atmosphere, the people, the safety, the sense of community, the water, obviously being a few minutes from the water anywhere you are on the Key. And it's a very international and cosmopolitan place. It's small, but people are very sophisticated, fun, and interesting. There's a great group of people on the Key.
I could not agree more. I think the community that we have in the Key is very special. It's very diverse, and there's a lot of people from many places, and relatively everybody's fairly nice and fairly cool.
I think most people are very nice, and if you're open to meeting new people, it's very easy. You can, if you're sociable, you'll have tons of friends. But if you want your privacy too, it's also you have a quiet place to live.
So, Diana, you mentioned you golf.
Yes, I do. I go almost every weekend, Saturday and Sundays, with a nice group of friends. I've been doing that for almost since 1980, since I discovered a beautiful public golf course, which is amazing, one of the hardest golf courses in the United States.
Really?
And, yes, it was ranked one time the third hardest public golf course in the United States. And it's 10 minutes from the house, and people there are friendly, and it's a magnificent place. There's no houses. You can see a lot of fauna, alligators, birds, iguanas, and it's a very challenging golf course, and it's been my second home away from home.
So I do not know a lot about golfing, but what is your handicap?
Mine is around 2.
So I don't know what that means, but I just know people ask each other that question. It's a common question to ask golfers.
It means that he's an excellent player.
I play okay.
And he does it often.
I used to take my grandmother there to eat at the restaurant. That's all. That's the only experience. And weddings.
Yeah, weddings.
I've been
used to be nicer before, when we used to have 2 floors over there after the hurricane. So we had a great view from the second floor, and the venues were there now. Now, unfortunately, there's no second floor there, but it's still an amazing place to go.
I would ask you about what your favorite restaurant in the Key is, but I don't want to be biased to any in particular. But I'm going to ask you anyways. Where do you guys like to? How would you guys enjoy evening in the Key? There we go. That's a much better question.
Actually, lately we've been going to the yacht club, which the new and improved yacht club is spectacular. I think it's beyond what people thought it was going to be like. It opened in, I think, late December, January of this year. And it's amazing. It's beautiful, the best views, and the food is delicious. The service is impeccable. Everybody knows you. It's like an extension of Key Biscayne. And I love that it's all kinds of people, the old timers, the young ones, the Latins, the Americans. It's like Key Biscayne, very international, and people mix and mingle, and everybody's friendly.
I recently was there. I had lunch for the first time there in the new building with my sensei, Robert. He runs the RDCA dojo.
What did you think of it?
I was impressed. I mean, being at the old one very few times, but checking out the new place was great. I saw the second floor. We had lunch in the terrace of the first floor. It was great. It was beautiful.
No, and the view, the amazing space is very nice. But here also, next to my office, we have Costa Med and Kasumi and other ones. So we enjoy most of the restaurants in the Key. It's very nice to go with clients, with friends, to all of them.
Mm-hmm. We enjoy we've tried all of them. We enjoy all of them, actually.
So now let's talk a little bit about what you guys do. You guys, obviously, you met in real estate. You guys do real estate. I even was a tenant in one of the properties that you guys operate.
You were a great tenant.
Oh, thank you. I try not to make a lot of noise.
No, you were perfect.
Thank you. So I want to ask you then, how did you guys start this is something you guys do together, obviously. How did it all start?
Well, I started many years ago doing real estate. I worked for another company for many years. Then I decided to open Great Properties, and with another partner of mine, Anastasio Lorente, that he came from another company. So that's how we opened this one. And Anna, we were married at that time. So we ended up 3 or 4 of us starting the office. Now we have almost 100 agents. So we have grown in Key Biscayne and another office that we have in the Doral. So it's been a wonderful time, great experience, sometimes a little difficult, but it's been amazing. And we have an amazing group of brokers and realtors working for us. So it's been a great almost 15 years. Mm-hmm. It's been very nice.
So now, when you normally see couples and they run a business, how is that division of work look like? Both of you guys are realtors, I'm sure. What are the other things that you guys divide?
We each have our clients. We each have our clients, but we also help each other out. And when one is busy, the other will cover. And obviously, Danny's forte is different than mine. I love what is marketing, social media. I like the fun side of it. What I think is the fun side of it. Danny is a numbers guy, and he keeps the company running ship shape. He's got everything down to the last penny, which is great because I think it's a great synergy. We both have different strengths and we use our strengths to make the company successful. So we're not really stepping on each other's toes. We're each doing our own jobs and we see each other at the office, but not really as much as people think we see each other. We're not sitting next to each other 8 hours a day, in and out the whole day. So sometimes we don't even bump into each other at work during work hours. And then we go home and we don't really like to talk about work at home because otherwise it's all consuming. We do a few minutes a day if we have to, but otherwise it's all about catching up with other things and talking about our daughters and other things going on in the community.
So I like how you guys divided the duties, and I also like the fact that you guys try to keep your work life separate from your home life, right? So what are some of the best things of working as a couple?
Well, I think that working as a couple, it helps. Sometimes, we can, if we need help, I mean, we have each other to, to complement or to help each other. Sometimes with clients, Anna can meet some people one day and then I can take over the next day, or with the same client, we always become good friends with most of our clients. And no matter who introduce which client to our corporation or to us, it's always been nice to share those clients, and we help each other that way.
We don't have to fight about who gets what cut of the transaction.
That must be a good
Good thing. Yeah.
that must be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And what about a challenge? What would you say would be a challenge that you guys find?
I would say a challenge obviously would be to try not to bring our work life home with us at the end of the day and not discuss work at dinner when that's family time with our daughter, who's the one at home with us still. I would say challenging too is that if the market is up, we're both up. If the market is down, we're both down. So, but that's life. We know we've been pretty good at saving in the good times and also planning for the bad. So, but it's worked out. It's been 22 years of being partners in real estate.
22 years. Let's go back to that. Can you expand a little more on how you guys met? How did that go? Were you guys in a showing where was Anna like doing a what is it called? Like a home opening, and then Daniel goes to check out the house and you guys cross eyes and you're like, this is it? Or how is that story?
No, we are, I mean, maybe it's two different stories, but we may I was working in another company, and I usually work with a group of people that used to have always working with us from the beginning. So one day Anna started in real estate, and she was in another part of the office next to the bathroom in a desk. She just started.
I was paying my dues.
So I needed help like on my group to start working other things. So I liked Anna. She's starting, so I brought her over to my group, and
but he liked me in another way. He admitted that later.
So one thing led to another, and we ended up going out and working together. And now, 22 years later, we're still here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Daniel's side of the story. How does yours look like, Anna?
My side of it was, yeah, he liked me, but for other reasons. The first time we met, no, I'm just kidding. No, we were friends at first, and we used to work together, and we started dating, but really very discreetly because he had been at the company for a long time and I had just come in. We didn't really know how things were going to work out. So we basically were very quiet about dating. And then, we got engaged and the rest is history. We ended up getting married here in Key Biscayne at the St. Agnes. And then we actually had the first wedding reception at the Grand Bay Club in Key Biscayne. So everything was brand new when we got married, and it was spectacular.
That's great. That was a great response. Talking a little bit more about Great Properties International Realty, right? You guys mentioned it's small. What are some of those benefits? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, we're small. We're about 100 agents. We're still small enough that we know our agents individually. A lot of them are our friends. We socialize together. We enjoy each other's company. We enjoy working with each other. We trust each other. I think that's a great aspect of being a small company. But we're large enough that we have a great market share, and we cover all of Miami. We have a great market share in Key Biscayne. We do all sorts of real estate. We do luxury, from luxury to rentals, waterfront, all kinds, commercial real estate. So we actually have a pretty broad base of agents who can cover pretty much anything in South Florida.
What about you, Daniel? What's your favorite part of working in real estate?
Well, I love the part of meeting different people almost every day, and the challenges of doing business with people. We do also we buy land and we do commercial real estate. We have that sometimes the opportunity. We just went to Colorado with a client of ours, and we help him buy a house in Colorado. So it's always been exciting to know people, and you meet people from different parts of the world, and we become good friends with them. So that's the most rewarding thing for me is the people that we have met during almost 30 years in real estate. It's been awesome.
What are some of those international people that you guys have met from around the world? Have you hit every country?
No.
Well, no, but we have people from, let's say, from Europe, from England, from Spain, Italy. We got people from Mexico, Chile, Peru, Bolivia, Guatemala, Colombia, the Caribbean, Central America. I mean, we've covered a lot, but yeah, and it's been amazing.
So I know that we're running out of time, and I have one more question regarding. I know we all know that, of course, the COVID situation is tough on everyone, but I wanted to get your take on how does that future look like? How does that look like?
Well, it's been difficult. I think that especially for people in the commercial real estate or the people now working from home, it has changed how people work. Some people started looking for houses or another room for their offices, so they don't have to be home all day. So the challenging, I think, in the future is, I don't know how long the COVID will last, but a lot of people have moved to Florida, to Miami. The warm weather has been nice for tax reasons. People are here. But I think the challenging is for the people that still work here, that used to travel a lot, since Miami, with a lot of banking, a lot of international institutions. They used to have their headquarters here, and they travel to Latin America. Now they're home. They've been stuck in Miami for quite a while. So I think for real estate is going to be challenging in the future to see what's going to happen, especially with the commercial real estate and the people that used to travel a lot that are now home based. We'll see what challenge is that like for home buying or getting into the apartments. I think that's something to see in the future.
Great. So thank you so much for joining us today, Key Biscayne Stories, telling us your stories. You guys have a great story, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Alejandro. It's been fun.